high-grade Universal Century Rozen Zulu. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs, gundamreviews.net, and the last kit of 2012, like most of the high-grade Universal Century, which has been very unicorn heavy, is gonna wrap up on the same note with the sleeves adding something new up their sleeves in the form of the high-grade Universal Century Rozen Zulu. Late December 2012 release, 2,800 yen. With the side art here mimicking the front cover, which I have to say looks really good with the green and the two shades of pink there and that fearsome mono eye. Here you can see the name in English and in Japanese, and it's hard to believe that it was only the other day that it seems that it was number 100 coming out in the HGUC line. What a boon UC has been for everyone. And you can get this kit and lots more at Hobby Link Japan, links below. The Rozen Zulu is going to be piloted by Angelo Sauper, who is going to be serving as the right-hand man for the Char want-to-be full frontal, who you can see over there in a Gira Doga. Angelo Sauper's already had his own custom Gira Zulu before this, with a big gun and a familiar pink color scheme there. That's actually pink, a lot more so than this one that we've always seen on Char, going back to the original first Gundam. But it looks like this kind of suit can deal all sorts of pain in his upgraded form, with distance and melee, neither of them being a problem. This is going to be based on the Gira Zulu, the Hamahama, and a little bit of the Shinanju thrown in, and it's obviously perfect to be serving as the dragon for the big bad. Box tour time, where you're going to get the old HGUC packaging here, and you can see the front and back shots of this. Lots of takes here on the Shinanju. You can see some interesting rosette bits up there, G-Gundam influenced perhaps, with some very interesting shoulders with white seals or plastic everywhere. It's going to have to be seen which one is which. The big claws are really going to stand out, and he does have a different shade there of blue on the actual chest, which is interesting. Here you can see him bowing down to full frontal with some more information about the development of the kit, dating back all the way to Double Zeta, and there you can see that he's going to have a huge head height there of 22.5 meters, 26 tons, and it's just looking like a beast here from just the line art. But it's to the other side where you get to see all the features in action here, as the action poses can all be recreated, or so Bandai will have you believe. The relay incoms are going to look really cool there as he shoots off his claws, which look like they're going to hurt in melee form as well. Here they're just showing off that the head and the waist can all move, but you can see that there's going to be bases included in here. There's 4 of them it looks like, and this is going to allow this interesting sort of chain effect there as the claws go shooting off there with their big cannons already built in. Either way, it's all looking impressive there with the help of an action base too, helping it get him up in the air. If you want to create that kneeling pose and showing his respect to full frontal, no problem doing that at all. They're also going to be showing off that you can move the knees in quite a few interesting places. Get the toes down there, that's all going to help for these cool looking space poses there. The backpack is going to move there with the rosettes bits in there, and here they are. The Psycho Jammer is their real name, and it looks like for these 4 stands that you're going to have 2 different heights there, and it looks like they can be angled. This one over here looks like it's not perpendicular to the ground. The claws are going to be moving, and he's got a big shield there, which is going to have a power generator built into it, so an even bigger cannon. The big concern, though, is over here where you get to see the unpainted version. Well, how much of this is seals, how much of this is plastic, and why does this look brown as opposed to the purple that we're being seen on the Painted by the Pros one? Let's go inside and find out. Inside the box we go, where, yes, dread of lazy modelers everywhere. You're going to be getting a million seals here, and it looks like every single one of these white pieces, whereas with some of the other sleeves ones, you've got black underneath, and you just sort of put the white and the black all on is just one easy seal. Here looks like you're going to be putting on every strip of white there individually, the only part being the chest there that's actually going to be done upright. Here you can see some nice navy bluish colors there that are going to make up this, but when you look inside, does that look purple to you? There's the purple that it should be on the box, and here's what you're actually getting. Definitely looks a lot more brown, worth checking out the color guide when we go inside. But you can see there's going to be lots of these very, very fine wires there that should be interesting. More of the ugly brown, and this one is not so ugly because it should be different. You can see that you're going to have the elbows and the Zakutu-like piping all over the place there. That all seems to be proper, but if you wanted to metallicize it, it could be even better. The claws down there are looking good in a little bit of white gray, but look at this. 2 big plates here of clear parts, so you've got 2 bases and stands all over the place. That can't wait to put into action. And finally, you're getting the right colors here. This is going to be the main color to go everywhere on the lower body anyway to make up the limbs, with even more wires and the manual. Do they like yams in the future? Well, let's see what the Rozen Zulu has to say about this as the Neo Zeon Hybrid Psychomu Mobile suit here. Looking fantastic as it should be, painted up by the pro there. you can see where a lot of these white color wraps here are going to be applied on, either by seals or by painting there. Most of them are going to be going around the shoulders there and the forearms there, where the navy blue really does stand out. And that shield, which can almost sort of get hidden here, is really going to stand out, I think, when you've got it in model form, especially if you turn it in the right direction there. The nose and the head, it's actually sort of going to get even lost in there. But when you're looking at the big guns there, you've got the Incoms, the triple mega particle launcher, the Psycho Jammers, we've got quite a few of those, and a mega particle cannon to go along with an I-field generator, and it's going to have a power source built into the shield. It's a 5-pager here, and when you open this up, you're going to get some nice shots of the manual itself here. You can see the Psycho Jammers there and the way they're going to be attached into the clear parts there. You can see the Incoms launching off, and this is sort of interesting, the way they've actually got these purple parts, and then you attach it onto a clear part, which is going to connect to the base, and then you've got the cannons there blasting out with the claws all around them there. So it's sort of interesting the way that they're incorporating the clear parts in between the plastic parts, and that's going to come into play even more so as we've got 12 of these that you can go around. And it is really cool here. It looks like they're going to be attaching 4 wires throughout. Should be a lot of fun to try it out here. Here you can see the green blasts coming out in the OVA. The pose is looking good up there, and he's got that shield up to block. And you can also see there that you've got the Psycho Jammers. They're going to go in their folded up position there as an interesting look at the back. But yes, as I said before, how many HGUC kits have we been enjoying from Unicorn there? Going back to number 100 there with the Destroy mode. Then you can see the Rizal C, lots of fun. If you've already done the seals on the Shinanju, then you may understand, well, it probably doesn't have as many of these, even if you count the shield there. And there you can see Angelo Sauper's old Gira Zulu there, with the big tanks on the back and the big gun. Inside you go, where you can see that the bigger UC kits, the days of an ABC plate for 1,000 yen, definitely not happening anymore. As you go through it, you're going to put together the chest there, which is pretty small, although it's going to have some interesting parts there to wrap around and protect the neck there. The backpack is going to be very simple in its construction and just get attached on. The head, you can see that it's not going to have all that many big pieces there. And the shoulders themselves are just going to be very, very hollow, or so it looks like. And you're just going to top it off with a B plate there. But it's going to be a lot more interesting to put together the claws there and see how those drop in before putting together the forearms that are also going to have claws on the back and should be fun. Seals everywhere on the navy blue D parts there. Those elbows are really going to stand out. And then you've got the upper body put together, which is definitely going to dominate, I think, what you're going to see with your eyes. Before putting together the legs, which I wonder if they're going to be an afterthought, because it seems like the knees are going to have a lot of interesting parts in there. Not so many seals, though, to draw your eyes down below there. When you put these all together, you can see that the kit is almost done once you get together the old school waist section, including the Zaku piping. And when he's there, it's time to put together all of the extras here. And you can see where these are going to attach onto the backpack thrusters, as you've got the roses all folded up on the inside, and these are going to open and close, which should be a nice touch. It's always nice when they two-tone the colors back there, as you can see them getting attached in the thruster vanes there, and then it's time to put together the shield with 2 big parts on the outside and that nice-looking blaster on the inside. Cover it up, so only 4 parts in total it looks like. But then when you come down here, you're going to forget about the shield perhaps, unless you want to launch that one out. Here you can see that you're going to have the 2, and they've got the 4 there for the rosettes bits. You can see them launching out here, and they're going to show you, if you just want to do the one arm, how you can just have everything blasting off. It looks like you could do tons of different weapons in there, and you could use more than 2 stands, I suppose, if you're not using them. For both arms here, as he's got the 2 tall and the 2 short down there. And if you want to see how these are going to work, you just detach the claws. Take this, and you're going to take the clear parts, plug in the 4 different wires there. Then you're going to thread these through these actual little attachments parts here, or the little connectors, and you can see that these, the relay incoms, are going to back themselves up together, which is really interesting. And of course you can spread them out to make them look more impressive when they're actually being launched. And then you're going to put on this other clear part here between the relay incom and the actual claw. Then you come and attach it into the base, which is going to move around. For an overall, for a non-transforming Gundam in terms of play options here, it seems like there's going to be a lot, and they're only going to be helped with an action base too, to hold up the arms there if you don't want to use the ones they're going to be including. And you can also do it along the way to help back up the relay incoms. This kit is looking like a beast so far for 2,800 yen, and it's always interesting for me to go and take a look at all the things that sleeve builders and people who are building up a massive army from Gundam UC probably already know. But anyway, stick around to check out the plates and more details before it's all going to get put together. Anyway, everybody, why don't you let me know what you think with a comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Rosette Tits.
Yep, this sounds a lot cuter than Psycho Jammer, doesn't it?